Today, you're going to be making your own website with AI. You'll be making it in pure HTML and CSS, but you don't need to know how to code at all. All you have to do is type what you want and the computer will do it for you, like magic. If you're a small business, you can make your own website to save a lot of money, or maybe you're just learning to improve your skills and bring your ideas to life really fast. Whatever it is, I think this is the best way to start. The first thing that we're going to do is get your website name, like yourwebsite.com. Then we'll make a simple coming soon page and we'll publish that to your website. We'll download Cursor, the AI code editor, and this can be used on a Mac or PC. Then we'll install it to your computer, simple stuff. Then we'll just download a blank website as a starting point. This is much better than starting from scratch, I think. It's mobile friendly and it works on all devices. Then we'll download some images for your website because we don't want just blank images. And we'll ask the AI to replace all of the images. And then like a miracle, it does it, and all of your images are replaced in just 1 second. It's really incredible. Then in a single prompt, you can change the entire website. Like if you want it to be a web developer, you can tell it to make that website and advertise all of your services. Or we can change it to like a dog walking website. Then I'll show you where to download images from or insert your own. And then show you how to replace all of the images individually. So you can basically just insert any image that you want. Then I'll show you how to make a new page on your website. You can make any page that you want and it really makes it look beautiful. And after that, I'll show you how to draw your own section. So basically you're drawing out your website. For example, we can draw out like this gallery here. So this is just like a gallery of images. Then we can upload that to the AI and it will implement it like magic. It's super cool. I can show you also how to download a video and then put it in as a video background. We can also change all of the fonts to anything that you want and easily change all of the contact information to your information. Then I'll show you how to make a logo with AI and how to edit it and crop it and all of that cool stuff. And then I'll show you how to insert it into your website. And then we can do something super fun and make your entire website super retro. But of course, we can undo anything super easily. And finally, I'll show you how to upload your website to your real website so that anyone can view it online. And bam, you'll have yourself a beautiful website. You'll also have a super important skill for the future. And I don't know, I just think it's super cool. I think you're gonna learn a lot and we're gonna do it all step by step with no steps skipped. So let's talk about maybe the most important thing, how much everything is gonna cost. We have only 3 costs: your website name, hosting, and creating your website. Your website name is like yourwebsite.com, or Google's website name is google.com, and that costs about $18 per year, but I'm gonna show you how to get a huge discount on that. And then we have hosting. What is hosting? Hosting is a computer that's on 24/7 that holds all of your website information, like all of your images and your text. If you had a website name but no hosting, people would be able to go to your website, but they wouldn't be able to see any information. So hosting costs about $10 per month, but I'll show you how to get a great discount on that also. And then we have creating your website. This would cost thousands and thousands of dollars, but since you're doing it yourself, it's going to be free. So in total with everything, it will cost about $30 for the entire year, which I think is a great deal to have your website spread across the entire internet. To get your website name and hosting, luckily we can do that at the same place. So let's open up your browser and let's go to hostgator.com. That's hostgator.com and press enter. And I do get a commission for recommending HostGator, but I've been using HostGator way before I had a YouTube channel. I've been using HostGator for 19 years, and I've been recommending them on YouTube for 14 years. I really like them because of their 24/7, 365 phone and live chat. I usually just do the live chat because it's a lot easier. So to get your website up and running, all you have to do is go over to hosting right here and then click on web hosting. And we can see if we scroll down the 3 different plans, the hatchling plan, the baby plan, and the business plan, and the cost for the lowest plan is $375 a month, but I have a trick. If you go up here and go to hostgator.com/unlock, UNLOCK, and press enter, and now we can see that the biggest discount is unlocked. And if we go down here, we can see that this plan is now $199 a month. And we can see our 3 different plans, but the business plan is just way too much. We don't need all of these things. So it really is between the hatchling plan and the baby plan. The main difference that actually makes a difference is the baby plan, you're able to have 20 websites on, and the hatchling plan, you're able to have 10 websites. The other difference is the baby plan allows you to have phone support, where the hatchling plan is only chat support. But I don't ever use the phone support, and we can always upgrade later. So I choose and I recommend the hatchling plan. So just click on choose plan. Then it's going to ask you if you already have a domain, and you can check that and you can enter it in right here. You'd enter this, for example, if you bought your domain name already from GoDaddy. But today I'm registering a new domain, so I'm going to uncheck this. Then I'm going to enter in my domain right here. So you can choose a .com, a .net, a .org. The .com is definitely the most popular. A lot of times your website name is not available. If it is available on the first try, then you're super lucky. And once we have it in there, we can just click on search for domain. So if we scroll down here, it says that our total is $86.59, but we can definitely make it less. Instead of 3 years, we can go with 1 year. I always recommend 1 year because that's when the free domain gets kicked in, and it actually doesn't cost that much more money than the month to month. And we can scroll down here and we can see domain privacy protection. What is that? When you register a domain name, some things like your phone number and email are accessible for people to look up, but domain privacy protection hides that information for $15 per year. And I actually think that's a pretty good deal, because if you disable this, then you're going to get a couple of spam calls, a couple of spam emails saying that people are going to rank you higher in the search engines. It's kind of annoying. But in the spirit of saving the most amount of money, I'm just going to delete this right here, and I'm going to press remove from cart. And for professional email trial, it says it's $0 now, but it is going to be $3 a month. And I think that they use Google, which is really good, but also in the spirit of saving the most amount of money, I'm just going to delete this. Your website already comes with basic email, and we can, of course, always upgrade later. So let's just press delete. And now we can scroll down and we can see if we want to add any of these. I don't think that we want to add them. And we can see that our total is $27.48. It might be a little bit more or a little bit less, but that looks good. I'm just going to continue to check out. If your total is much higher, then make sure to add promo code and put in unlock, UNLOCK, but right now it's already applied. All right, so I'm just going to fill out this information like my first name and last name and address, and also my city and state. I'm in California, don't judge me, and zip code. Then put in my email and phone number, and you can check or uncheck if you want to hear about HostGator. Then we can just put in our password right here and confirm our password. Then we can choose what kind of payment we want. We can either do credit card or PayPal. I'm just going to do credit card and enter in the security code. Don't worry, this is not my real information. Of course, put in the expiration date. You guys know how to do all of this. And finally, we can submit payment by just clicking on submit. Boom, we did it. Let's get your website up and running now. So all we have to do is go over to websites right here. And we can see I have a few different websites, but you probably only have one. So just click on settings. Once we do that, we're going to see this page right here with our website information. If we scroll down, we see something called File Manager. Let's go ahead and click on that. And this is where we can put all of our files on our website. If we go over here, we can find where our website exists. It says it's in the public HTML, and then website, and this right here. We'll just memorize B0730, and we can go over here and we know it's in the public HTML because it says that right here, public HTML. And if we go over here, it says the 0730. Let's click on that and we can see that it's empty. If there are files in it, you can select them and just press delete. But let's actually load something on your website without any AI. Let's go to File. Make sure it has that correct directory, just like this right here. And let's make a file called index.html. Index.html is a special type of file that tells your website when it loads your main website, like yourwebsite.com, this file gets loaded. The index.html gets loaded. So let's just create this file. And after that, we can click on it and right click and press HTML edit. Then we can press on edit again. And now we have this crazy HTML editor. All I want you to do is to type coming soon, and then you can press save. Now we can exit out of here. And now let's go to our website. And congratulations, you've made your first website in HTML. The next thing that we're gonna do is make a real website. So let's exit out of here, and let's also exit out of here. And I'm just gonna open up a new window by opening up a new tab and dragging it. And I'll minimize this one because we'll use it later. And let's reposition this one. The next thing that we're gonna do is download something called Cursor. Cursor is currently the most popular way to code with AI, and it's super amazing. So all we have to do is go to cursor.com, that's cursor.com, and press enter. Then it's gonna say we can download it, and you can download it for Mac or PC or Linux or whatever you have. Just click on the big download button. And once it's downloaded, we can simply drag it to our desktop. Then I'm just gonna minimize this right here so that you can see it, and I will unzip it by double clicking on it. And then we see this install cursor right here, so we can just double click on that and press open, and it will install. Once it's installed, it wants you to allow certain settings, so we can just go ahead and press allow. And one of the most important things is which AI model should we be using? This is actually super important because some AI models are 10 times better than other AI models. So if we go up here to cursor and then go to settings and go to cursor settings, and then if we click on models, we can see these different models here. So by far the best model is Sonnet 2024 1022. So we can uncheck everything else. And once we do that, we can just click on X. So now it wants to know, where do we want to store our website files? Which folder do we want to hold all of our website information? But I don't think we should start off with a completely blank starting point. That just makes it way too hard for the AI to figure everything out. So in the description below, I've made a blank great starting point that you can use to create your website. So once you download it, we can go up here and minimize this, and I named it super blank because it's a blank website, but it's also super. And all we have to do is double click on it to open it, and it says super blank. And then we can rename it. On a Mac, you can 2-finger click and press rename. On a PC, you can right click and press rename. And I just want to rename this to website. It's not necessary to rename it, but it is maybe helpful. So once it's renamed, why don't we open it up by double clicking on it? And then we can see this index.html. That is our main page or our home page of our website, and we can click on it. And we can see that our website works, but it only works on our computer. It's not online yet. This is just on our computer, but we can go and see all of the different pages and see that it works. We can check out the services page, and that works great, and the contact page, and that works great, and it's even mobile friendly. And it has a mobile menu, which is pretty cool. And I just think this is a super great starting point rather than starting from an actual blank website. So now that we have this up and running, let's close this and let's minimize this. And we can exit out of here for now. And let's open up Cursor one more time. And let's open up a folder. Now we can find our website folder. I'm just gonna go to desktop and click on website and then just press open. Don't click on anything else, just press open. Now, if we look over here, we can see all of our website files. And let's go ahead and just double click on index.html. And this is all of the HTML code that's on your website right now. We can, of course, change anything and press save, and your blank website will be updated. But we can also have AI do all of this for us. So let's go ahead and open the About by double clicking on it, the Contact by double clicking on it, and the Services by double clicking on it. And now they're all open up here. let's just click on the index.html. And the first thing that I want to do is something super amazing. If we take a look at our website right now, we'll see that all of the images are just placeholder images. They're just blank images. What if we could, in one command, replace all of these images with our own images? That would be incredible, and we can do it. If we minimize this, we can see that in our image folder right here, we have all of those blank image placeholder images. So basically, this image folder right here corresponds with this image folder right here. In the description below, there's another image folder with actual good images, and you can just click and download the zip, and it's called website images. And all we have to do is just double click this to open it, and we see our website images right here. And let's double click it again, and we can see all of these images. So these images are different than the blank images. Let's just open one up right here, and we can see that these images look pretty good. Of course, you can replace these with your own images, but it's important to put them in the right places. So all of your images for your homepage should be here, for your about here, for your services page here, for your contact page here. You'd make a new folder if you wanted a new page with images. But basically what we're gonna do is we're gonna take all of these images from this file and put them into our website. So to easily do that, let's go here, right click or command click or control click and press new folder. And we can name this one images. Then once we do that, let's open it up and let's take all of those website images and just click, hold, and drag them into our new images folder. Great, now we don't need these anymore, so let's just put those away. And now in our website folder, we have this new images, and we have all of those new images in there. Now let's open cursor back up by clicking on it, and let's actually add one more file to this. Let's go to the CSS. The CSS is like the style of the website, so it's like the website colors. So let's double click on that and open it too. And we of course can drag this around and reorganize it. We can see in the CSS file, it has things like what font we're using from Google Fonts and the way the button looks and the different colors and everything like that. But let's click on our main homepage, index.html. And over here, we can see all of those new images here. To replace all of those images on our website would take a lot of time, and we would have to know HTML and CSS, but we can have the AI do it for us. All we have to do is press Command I on the Mac or Control I on a PC, and this is going to open up something called the Composer. And this is like a musical composer, except it's composing all of the code on your website. But in order for it to know what it can change, it has to be added right here. So right now, this is just the index.html. This is just your home page. Let's add all of the other pages. So let's click this and let's add the about. Let's add the services. Let's add the contact, and let's add the style.css. Definitely don't forget the style.css. Once it's added, we can click off of that, and we can type in something like replace all images with these images. Now it still doesn't know which images I'm talking about, so let's tell it which images we want to replace. If we go over to our images right here and just open each one of them like this, we can see all of our new images. And we can simply click the first one and hold Shift and click the last one, and that will select all of them. Let's hold Command, or if you're on a PC, Control, and click the ones that we don't want. So we don't want the transparent ones. So let's just click this, 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 and let's scroll up and click on this. So it's just deselecting them. And now let's right click and press Copy Relative Path. Once we do that, we can go over here and we can paste. And now this is the path. This is the directory that the images are in. And we can exit out of here and we can just press submit. And now it's going to submit all of those changes and make all of those changes and look at all of those files and replace all of the images. Then we can just press accept all, and now we can look at our website. So let's open up our website. and let's click on refresh. Now, if that's not amazing to you, I don't know what is. Imagine how much time that saved for each and every page, and it put in all of the images exactly where they were supposed to go. To me, that is pretty insane. That is crazy. That is super cool. So we can do really big things like we just did. We just changed all of the images on the entire homepage. We can also do smaller things like this section is too low. How can we move it up? So we do have to know what these things are called. This top section is called the hero section. Just like in this about section, this top section is called the hero section. So what we can do is we can minimize this right here, and we can go over here and we can just type in something like, on the home page, make the hero section taller and move all of the content up. So this is only going to affect the home page. And now it's going to make all of that code. It tells us what it did and what it changed. And now we can reopen our website and we can click refresh. But before we do that, we have to press accept and then go over here and press refresh. And now we can see that that section has moved up. So we learned that this top section is called the hero section. Let's scroll down and maybe we want to make another change. Maybe we don't like this background color and we want to change it to a different color. The thing is, we need to tell the computer which color to change it to. Now we could just say light blue and have the AI figure it out, but the better thing to do would be to learn super quickly about hex colors. We can open up a new tab and type into Google hex color picker and press enter. And now we can see all of these colors right here. And these colors will change this value, this 6-digit value right here. So now you're able to talk to the computer and tell the computer exactly what color you want. So we can exit out of here and let's minimize this and let's change this background color. And let's go over here and let's paste in something like, on the home page, on the services section, let's change the background color to this color. And this is the hex color. So we can just submit that, then wait for it to generate, and it tells us what it changed. It changed the background color from this to this, accept all. And then we can go up here. Remember that this is gray right here. And we can press refresh and it changes to this nice light blue. And it only did it for the services section on the homepage because I only asked it to do it for the services section on the homepage. But enough of the small stuff. Let's do something really huge. Let's change all of your content on the entire website in a single prompt. This is incredible that it can do this, and it's going to save you so much time. So let's just go ahead and minimize this. And then over here, we can type in something like, without changing any images or icons, can you make my website about my web development services? The name of the website is Amazing Websites. I offer 3 services: making websites, creating content, and logo design. And I put in try to match the number of characters already on the website because the AI usually likes to write a lot and it'll mess up the design if like the headline is too long. Then I told it, please modify all of the pages, and it'll modify each and every page. So let's just see what it does. And it's doing it all right now. It's changing the home page, the index page.html, and the about page, services, and the contact page. Now we can press accept all to accept all of those changes and go to our website and click on refresh, and bam, all of our website has been changed with all of our content on it. And it's really, really good. So making websites, creating content, and logo design. We have our testimonial right here and our call to action. I mean, this is really incredible. I think this is super cool. We can check out all of the other pages. Let's go to about and building amazing websites, and we can see our story. And of course, you can make the prompt even more detailed to add all of the things, and I'll add it all in the right places. But we can go to our services and it changed that too. And it says making websites, creating content, and our logo design. And that's super awesome. Let's see if it changed the contact. And it did. Our team of experts will work with you to create a website that perfectly matches your needs and exceeds expectations. Super, super cool. We can see one thing that it didn't do right. It has this logo up here, but when we click on it, it should say amazing websites. So let's change that. Let's just minimize this. and say something like, the logo title of the website is too large. Can you make it smaller and also change it on each page? And we can see what that does. All right, so it looks like it adjusted the size and it looks like it did it on every page. We can press accept and we can go ahead and view the page, refresh, and it makes it look much better. Let's see if it did it on every page. And it did. So that's super awesome. But let's say we didn't like this change or it messes something up and we want to go back to a previous step. We can do that also. Let's minimize this. And if we scroll up here, we can see these little checkpoints and it creates them every time we make a change. So let's find another checkpoint and we can see this one. This one was right before we changed that background color to that light blue. We can just click on restore and press continue. And now if we go back to our website and click on refresh, it's gonna restore it to that previous state. So this is super cool. This is like a checkpoint on a video game where you never have to worry about messing up because it always saves your progress. And now we can go back by minimizing this and we can make something else. Instead of our web development service, maybe we walk dogs. It's called Walkin' Pups. And we have 3 services, dog walking, overnights, and training. Let's see what it does. Okay, so it did all of these things. It even said it used warm professional language that appeals to pet owners. Super cool. We'll accept all. We'll go up here and we'll press refresh. And it did it. Super, super awesome. Dog walking, overnight care, dog training. Walkin' Pups has been amazing with our energetic lab. I mean, this is super amazing. Let's see if it added to everything else. And again, it didn't do that logo, so we have to change that. But it has a story in there and our services. It has our 3 services. This is super cool. Let's see if it changed the contact. Yep, available 7 days a week for walks. I mean, this is so amazing. But maybe this is too long. We want it to be shorter. So maybe we can just ask the AI to make it shorter. Let's see. We can just ask it, can we make your dog's best friend shorter? And it says it did it. So let's accept and let's open that back up and refresh. And it changed it to best friend forever. But let me show you how to change these images individually. Obviously, you can upload your own images, but if you don't have your own images, you can just go to a website like pexels.com, and these are copyright-free images, and we can just search for something like dog. And let's just find some images real quick. Let's say I like this one and let's go over here and let's not download the original large size because that's just too big and it'll make our website slow. Let's download the medium size for this one. Then we can press download selected size and it will download. Let's just click, hold, and drag that to our desktop. Let's download a few more. This always takes me a while, so I'm just gonna speed this up a little bit in editing and just continue and find the other ones. And maybe for our background hero, we want something that the text can be over. So maybe like a light color. So maybe I will go for an actual like white. So what we can do is we can go to filters up here and we can click on hex code, but instead let's choose white. And maybe we can find something that would look really good with all of that text over it. And we can just click on this. For this one, we want it to be a large size instead of a medium and not original because that's just too much load on your website, too many megabytes. So let's just do large and let's download and let's drag that to our desktop too. All right, so once we have these, we need to put it into our website folder. So we have our website folder right here, and let's just click on it and open it. And if we remember, it's in our images folder where all of our new images are. These were our old placeholder images. So just click on images, and we're changing the home page. So just click on home. We can just select all of those and click, hold, and drag them in. And now let me show you what they look like as icons so you can see them. And it's really important to name your images properly so the AI knows what your images are about. So let's just right click and rename this. We're gonna name this overnight care. We're gonna name this one dog walking. And let's name this one training because he looks like a good boy. And finally, we can name this one dog hero because it's gonna be in our hero section. All right, once we drop them into our folder, we can go up here and we can see that we have these images right here. First, let's change that hero image. So we can type in something like, on the home page, can we replace the background hero image with this one? And then we can remember that that's the dog hero one. So we can just click on it, right click on it, and press copy relative path. Let's close that. And we can just paste it in here. To add a new space, I hold shift and I press enter, and that adds a new space. If you just press enter, it will submit it. And let's see if it could do it. It tells us the changes that it just made, and we can accept all. And now we can view our website, and we can exit out of here, and we can refresh, and bam, we have this, and that looks pretty good. Maybe this could be a little bit bolder or something so it stands out, or we can just remove this. But to me, that's looking really, really great. Let's continue and let's add our other services by clicking on cursor again. And we can say something like, for the services, can you change the images to these images? And then hold shift and enter so it makes a new line. And then select the images that you want to change. So we wanted the dog walking, and press Control if you're on a PC or Command if you're on a Mac. Overnight care and training. Right click, copy relative path, and paste it in there. And we can exit out of here. We don't need to see the image. And it says it updated all the 3 services images. So let's accept all, and let's see. All we have to do is click on refresh here, and we can see the 3 images that changed, and that looks super, super awesome. This website has really transformed into something completely different in just a couple of minutes. But maybe for the overnight care, this guy isn't in the center, so maybe we can change that. Let's open up cursor again, and let's say something like this. For the overnight care image, can you focus it on the right side, and press enter, see if it knows what I'm talking about, because right now it's too far left. It's actually in the center, but just the image is weird. And then we can press accept all, and we can go back to this and refresh, and bam, he's in the center. It also moved this one, which is not what I wanted, but we can of course tell it to move that one back. But this is looking super great. I'm really loving this. We can also ask it to do the same thing on the services page. So maybe we can do it like this. Can we add the services images also to the services page? And let's see what it does. And we can accept all, and let's view our website, and let's go to our services, and we can see that it added to our services. That is super cool. Of course, if you didn't like any of those changes, you can always go up and find the correct checkpoint and just press restore and continue. And then we can go up and we can refresh, and all of those changes will go back to the beginning. I actually think I have a super good idea to make the text even better. Let's go down here and let's paste in something like, without changing any images or icons, make the entire website about mountains or whatever, with concise text and short headings. The AI always seems to write too much, so I think this is really going to help. Let's see if telling it to be concise works. We'll accept all, and we'll check out our website, and we'll refresh, and that is a lot better, and that's definitely better. Maybe that's too concise. That's really good. I'm not sure why I took out our images there. That's super weird. Okay, let's go to about, and that looks really good. I like it. It made it way more concise, but that was super weird about the images. You will run into these problems sometimes. Let's see if AI can fix it. Let's just put in something like, the services images on the homepage are now gone. Can you fix it? And it says, yes, I'll restore the services images, and let's accept all, and let's go back up here and press refresh, and bam, they're back. Now that is looking really great. Next, let's change the logo real quick. Later, I'll show you how to put in a real logo in your website, but let's just minimize this for now and type in something like, for the logo title on all of the pages, can you change it to nature? So I just want it to say nature. And if we review the changes, it tells us that it's changing in the header and the footer. So that's at the top and the bottom. So I think that's really cool that it did both when I didn't even ask it. Let's go ahead and open this up and refresh, and we can see it says nature. That looks great, and it's on all of the pages, which is awesome. And if we go down here, it's also in the footer. and that looks fantastic. Next, let's change this button up here. Remember, the top part of this website is called the header and the bottom is called the footer. It's easy to remember, like your head and your feet. We could tell it to get rid of this contact link and make this a contact button, but instead maybe let's put our phone number in here, and when you click it, it can call. I think that would be super cool. So let's minimize this and let's type in something like, in the header, can we change the button to my phone number? And I put my phone number on all of the pages and see what that does. All right, so it went through all the pages. It even added the TEL link so you can make it clickable, and I can accept all, go over here and refresh, and we see the phone number. It's on all of the pages, and if we click on it, it will try to call. That's super cool. Let's say we want to add a new pricing page up here. How would we do that? That's super easy. All we have to do is minimize this, and let's add a new page. Let's say something like create a pricing page like the other pages and include 3 pricing tables. So maybe I want to do something like charge for my mountain excursions. And it says it created our new page, and it also said don't forget to add the pricing to the navigation. So let's accept all and let's view our page and press refresh. We're not going to see anything because we didn't add it to the navigation. But if we go to pricing.html, I think that's what it named it, and press enter, we see our new pricing page. And this would have taken you hours and hours and hours, and you just did it in 1 second. That's super cool. And it even knew what I wanted. I wanted to basically guide people on mountain adventures. But it looks a little funny because they're not all the same height. So let's change that. And let's go over here and we can put in something like, the pricing boxes are not the same height. Can you make them a certain specific height? And let's see what it does. Okay, so it tells us it made it 600 pixels, and we can just press accept all and then go over here and let's click on refresh, and wow, that looks pretty good. This one's a little bit taller for some reason, but it's looking pretty good. Maybe we can minimize this and put in something like, the middle box is still taller than the others for some reason. Can you fix it? Maybe it has to do with the content in it. Like maybe the content is just too much or something. And it says it fixed it because there's this transform scale. I don't know what that is. Let's accept it and let's go over here and press refresh. And bam, that is looking much better. It even highlighted the one that's recommended, so I think that's cool. And it added this really cool hover effect. I think that's awesome. Let's see if it still is responsive, and it's working great on mobile devices. Man, that's super awesome. I love that. But we're still not seeing the pricing page up here. Like if we go to our home page, how do we get to the pricing page? Let's go ahead and change that by minimizing this and going over here and typing something like, can you add the pricing page to the navigation on all pages? And press enter. And it went through all of the pages. So let's just accept all. And let's go over to our website and let's refresh. And we see that pricing page right there. And we can click on it and we can see it and we can navigate just like normal. It also added it to the mobile menu and we can see it right there. Super, super cool. Next, I want to do something that I think is really amazing. Imagine you want to add some content to your website. Let's say down here, we want to add something like, I don't know, maybe a photo gallery. We want to add a photo gallery in between these two sections, but we actually want to design the photo gallery ourselves. We have something in mind. How can we tell the AI, this is exactly what I want? It's actually super easy. The first thing that we want to do is draw something. So let's open up a new tab and let's go to this website called TL Draw. I think it stands for Tiny Little Draw. And then let's go ahead and draw what we want it to look like. We'll just take this and we'll draw it like that. And let's go ahead and duplicate that. And let's just drag this over. I hold Shift first and drag so it's on the same line. And let's copy it again, Command C or Control C if you're on a PC, and Control V or Command V if you're on a Mac, and just shift and drag it over. All right, so we have our 3 images of our gallery. Let's actually copy this and paste it. Hold shift and drag it down. And now we have 6 images in our gallery. And to me, that looks pretty good. Let's go up here and go to export, and we can export this as a PNG. Now we can go to where it's downloaded, and I'm just gonna drag it to my desktop. So once it's on my desktop, I'm gonna minimize this and I'm actually just going to drag it right here. Then I'm just going to type in something like, on the home page under the testimonial, can you add a gallery section that looks like this image, and put in images I have already used throughout my website. Then let's press submit and see what happens. And I don't know why this is open. Let's collapse this. All right, and it says it made a 3x2 grid of images. Super cool. Let's accept. And let's go back to our website and let's exit out of here and press refresh. And bam, it made us an image gallery. That's crazy, from our own drawing. That's pretty incredible. But these sections, they kind of blend in together. I don't like how it's like white and then white again. Maybe we can go over here and put in something like, can you make the background a light blue like the services background? Hopefully they know what I'm talking about. And it says it updated the background to the gallery section. Let's accept that. And let's go up here and press refresh. And let's see. Bam. That is looking really, really awesome. Let's see if it actually made it mobile responsive too. And it didn't really do that. So let's go ahead and ask the AI to go ahead and do that. And so let's go up here and let's go over here and let's type in something like, can you also make it responsive? I could have put, can you also make it mobile friendly? But let's just put that in. All right, and it's done. Let's see what it did. Let's go over here, press refresh, and let's see now if we squish it down, if it will work. And no, not really again. And that's because that's my fault. I didn't actually accept the changes. So let's go over here, accept all, go back and refresh. And now let's see. Oh, that's looking pretty good. Not exactly what I had in mind, but I kind of like that. That's actually looking awesome. Cool. So that's basically how you add a new section on your homepage by actually drawing it out and showing the AI exactly what you wanted. Pretty cool. Next, let's try to get a background video playing in our hero section. Let's do this on the About page. I think that would be super cool. So to do that, let's just open up a new tab and let's go to pexels.com once again, and you can search for videos here and just search for mountain. And let's just go over here and let's download it. We don't want to download the huge size. Let's just download the HD size and press download selected files. And then let's just drag it to our desktop. Once it's on our desktop, let's just minimize this right here and let's drag it to our website folder. And let's open up that folder and let's rename it. We're gonna rename this to Mountain, and let's add a new videos folder just so we can keep everything organized. And then we can take that and just drag it into the videos folder. Okay, now that that's in there, we can open cursor back up and we're gonna see a videos folder somewhere. Here it is. And we see this mountain and we can click on it and then right click and copy relative path, and we can exit out of here. And let's just put in something like, on the About page and only the About page for the hero background, can you replace the image with this video? Also make all of the text in the hero section white so that we can see it. And then I pasted it in that path right there. Then we can press submit, and now it'll work its magic. It even loops, and we can accept all, and then we can go back to our website and we can close out this, and we can refresh our About page. And it did not work. Let's have the AI try once again. Maybe we can put something like, it didn't work. I still see the image. Press enter, and then we can press accept all and go back to our website and click refresh, and boom, look at that. That is looking really great. I believe it even works on a mobile website. Let's look at it, and that is awesome. Let's make sure it didn't change anything else. And it looks like it only changed that About page, which is exactly what we wanted. Super awesome. Cool. Let's do one more quick thing on the footer. I don't want it to say all of this. I just wanted to say copyright 2025, nature. And of course we can add a privacy policy page and a terms and condition page. I will let you do that. So I'm just gonna minimize this and I'm gonna put in something like, in the footer on all pages, can you please change it to copyright 2025 nature, and submit that. So it went through all of the pages, and let's remember to accept all, and let's refresh, and we see it says copyright 2025 nature. Let's check one more page, and that It's perfect. I love that. All right, next, let's do something really fun. Let's minimize this. And if we go to the style CSS right here, we can see that it's using Google Font Inter for our fonts. And we can look up which Google font we like to use, but instead let's do something fun. Let's say something like make the website have a super fun Google font. And it says it uses Righteous, and we're gonna accept all, and we're gonna go up here and press refresh, and we can see that now we have a super cool Google font. I kind of like that actually, that's pretty cool. Of course, if you didn't like it, you could minimize that. You can find where that checkpoint was and press restore and continue. And now when we go to our website, we can refresh and it will revert to where we were before. Right now on our website, not all of our links work. So if you click on plan your trip, it doesn't do anything. And if you click on learn more, it doesn't do anything. So we need to replace all of the links on the entire website so that they work. So let's go over here and minimize this. And let's say something like, for all of the pages, remove any placeholder links and link it to the correct page. Press enter, and it looks like it went through all of the pages. Let's click accept all and go up here and press refresh. And now if we click on plan your trip, it'll take us to the contact page. Our story goes to the about. You can scroll down and this goes to the contact page, and they seem like all of them are working. So this goes to the pricing, super cool. The book now should go to the contact, super cool. For the contact page, we don't have our correct contact information in here maybe, so let's try to change that, and let's actually change the location of this map and maybe make this map a colored map. So let's go down here and let's paste in something like, for the contact page, can you change the information to the phone number and the email, this email, and also make the map Los Angeles location. And right now the map is in grayscale. Can you make it color? That is a pretty long prompt, so let's see if it gets it right. That'd be really cool. And let's press accept all and open this up, and let's click on refresh, and it did change this information right here, put it to Los Angeles. It made the map to Los Angeles, but it didn't make this color. And let's put in something like, can you remove any grayscale styling effect? Press enter and let's see. And it says there was this thing that it did remove. Let's try and see. Let's accept all, go over here and refresh. And bam, it is now working. It's way too small though, so let's make it bigger. Let's put in something like make the map the original height and press enter. And let's accept, and let's go over here and refresh. And bam, there you go. Now it's working. Super cool. So that's how you change all of your information on your contact page. Of course, you can do so much more if you wanted to. The next thing that we're going to do is pretty cool. We're going to get your logo up here and this site icon up here. The site icon is used to identify your site if you have like a bunch of tabs open. It's also used if you like send a text of your website, then it will show up in the text. So all we have to do is open up a new tab and go to logomaker.com. That's LOGOMAKR without the E.com and press enter. Then we can just press start my design right here. And we want to click on AI logo generator. And then you can put in something like your logo name. This would be like the name of your business, and click on next. Then it wants to know what your business does so that the AI can generate it for you. So just click next. Then it wants to know the tone of your image. Do you want it to be happy or silly or zen or luxurious? I'm going to put adventure. Then you can either say, I have icons already in mind, or you need some suggestions. I'm going to say I need some suggestions. Then it's going to give me a whole bunch of pretty cool suggestions. But actually, maybe I have my own idea, so I'm just going to click enter in my own idea. Then maybe I can put in something like a simple looking mountain and the sun behind it, and then press next. And now it's going to ask us what style we want. I really like semi-realistic, icon, cartoon, and colored pencils. Watercolor is cool too, but for this one, I'm going to go with line art. And then you can have it choose the color for you, or you can choose one. I'm just going to choose an aqua because I think that goes good with the mountain. And then I'll click generate an original logo. And now it's generating a unique logo for us that's never been seen before for all of humanity. And here it is. I think this one is pretty cool. You can press make a new design if you want different variations of it, but I think this one is actually awesome. So we'll click on this and we'll start a new design, and now that's in there. And what I want to do is crop this image as close as possible. So just click on crop and then give this a check mark to accept the crop, and now it's going to be as close as possible. And now I can save that logo. Of course, you can do things like add text or shapes or anything that you want, but I'm just going to save this logo right here. And I'm going to do the low resolution PNG, but you can go to download options and get the high vector image that can be scaled to the size of a building. But this resolution is good for me, so I'm just going to click on it, and then I'm going to enter in my email and accept the terms and send the file to me. All right, now that that's sent, I'm going to exit out of there, and now I'm going to make my favicon. You can see the favicon up here on this website, and this is our current favicon. So I want something that stands out so when people have a bunch of tabs open, they can see my logo. But I want a simplified version of this logo because this is just a little bit too complex to shove into this small area right here. So I'm going to click on it and press delete, and then I'm going to go up here and just search for sun. And we can scroll and find something that is good. I like this one right here. And we can, of course, change it to whatever color we want. I think I'm going to change it to a sun color, like in yellow. And then what we want to do, and this is really important, is to press crop. And we have to make sure that this crop is the same dimensions. So let's just make it 200 by 200. And then let's press this check mark right here, and let's move this right here. And we want to do this because this is a perfect square. So we also want to make this crop a perfect square in order to fit in perfectly. So we'll click this and we'll make this as big as possible within it. So maybe something like this, and you can use your arrow keys to get it just right. And once we do that, we can go ahead and press save one more time. And we can see the logo right here, and we're gonna download it again and put in my email one more time and accept and send file. Now that we have both of those files, what we can do is just go to our email, and we can go ahead and click on our email, and we can see we have this download free file right here. We can click on it, and then we can go back and we can scroll down, and we have this other download free file right here. What I'm going to do is just click, hold, and drag it to my desktop, and click, hold, and drag this to my desktop. Now both of them are on my desktop, and what I'm going to do is minimize this, and I'm going to drag it to the website folder, so it's in there. Now that it's in the website folder, I'm just going to drag these both to the images folder. So 1 and 2, open up the images folder. Then I'll rename this one to the favicon. So favicon.png is great. And I'll rename this one just to logo, L-O-G-O. So now that I have both of those in there, let's go to cursor and open it up. And let's go over to images, and we can see it in there. We see the favicon PNG and the logo PNG. And we can select both of them by clicking the first one, then holding shift and clicking the last one, and then right clicking and press copy relative path. Remember, this is the path where the image lives, and we can exit out of here. And we could just say something like, here are the locations for the logo and the favicon. Can you replace the favicon and put the logo in instead of the text logo? Then we can hold shift and press enter a couple of times, and we can paste in those locations. All right, let's see if it works. And let's go ahead and press accept all, and then let's open up our website and press refresh. And we can see this logo in here, which is super cool. Let's scroll down. We can see this one in here, but it's way too big. So let's scroll back up and let's see all the pages. About works, service works, pricing does not work, and contact works. All right, so maybe we got a little bit too ambitious with our prompt because I see that this also didn't work up here. So let's just do one thing at a time. Let's minimize this, and let's get the favicon working first. Let's go over here, right click, copy relative path, exit out of here and say something like, the new location for the favicon is this. So we gave it the location, press enter, and let's accept all. And let's go over here and press refresh. And now we can see it. It works on the home, about, services, pricing, and contact. Perfect. That's great. And now let's focus on the logo. Let's make this logo bigger and let's make it work on the pricing page. Let's minimize this. I think the reason it didn't work on the pricing page is because after I created it, I never added it here. So we can press this plus and we can just find pricing by searching for it, pricing, and click on it. And now it'll be added to what the AI can change. But for now, let's make the size of that logo bigger. So what we can actually do is something interesting. We can go over to, instead of Composer, we can go over to Chat. And here we can learn anything that we want about our website or about any coding or anything. So let's add everything to the chat. Let's add the index, the services, the contact. Let's go down here and add the about. Let's add the pricing. And I think that's all we need. And now we can ask it questions. So I want to ask it, what is the size of the logo in the header? Remember, the header is at the top. So let's see what it tells me. And it says the max height is 50. So now we can go back to Composer and we can say, and remember this says PX at the end of it, which stands for pixels. So we can go back to the Composer and say, can you make the logo in the header 60 pixels? And let's press enter. All right, so now it says it did it. Let's accept all and let's go back to our website and click on refresh and bam, it's now bigger. And now we can go down here and we can see that this is way too big. So let's go back to cursor over here and we can chat again and say something like, why is the logo in the footer so large? How can we make it smaller? And maybe this helps us understand why it's bigger or smaller, but maybe it doesn't. So we can go back to the Composer and say something like, the header logo looks good, but for some reason the footer logo is way too large. And then it adds a bunch of styling and we can accept all. And now we can go back and let's click on refresh. And now we can see it looks much better. So we have our header and our footer. Maybe that could be a little bit larger. And let's see if it works on the about, services, pricing, still doesn't work, and contact. So let's fix the pricing and let's make the footer a little bit larger. Let's go ahead and minimize this and put in something like, the logo does not show up on the pricing page, and can we also make the logo footer slightly larger? All right, let's accept all of those changes, open it up, refresh. See if it works on the pricing page first, which it does. Let's go over here and that is looking really good. So now you know how to create a logo and insert it into your website. And let's see if it would work on your mobile website. Let's squish this down right here. Let's go up here first and let's squish it down and it changes sizes, which is really cool. And it works perfectly and this works perfectly. That is fantastic. So now I want to show you guys something super fun. The power of this is absolutely unbelievable. Let's make the entire website retro theme. You can make it 80s theme, 90s theme, elegant. You can make it like a Viking website or whatever you want. So if we go up here and we go back to cursor, we can put in something like, keep all of the images and icons the same, but make the entire website super retro, and just click submit. And we're not going to keep this change, obviously, but I just want to show you the power of this. It's crazy. All right, so it said it did all of this, and let's just accept all and go back to our website and click refresh, and bam, in one prompt, it made our website super retro, which I think that's pretty amazing. It's crazy. This would have taken people, I don't know, days in order to make this, and it just did it in 1 second, remade your entire website. So it's like super retro and awesome. It even did the pricing page pretty good. I mean, that's just incredible. It's crazy the power that this has. Let's see if it even works mobile friendly. And it does. And that looks really cool. Looks like a video game almost. I don't know. To me, that is really just incredible. Let's minimize this and get rid of those changes though, because that's probably not what you want, but it's just crazy that you can do something like that. And now let's go back to our website and click on refresh, and we have it back to normal. So your website right now only exists on your computer. What we need to do is take all of those files and put them on your actual website. So we need to go to your hosting company. So all we have to do is go up here and then log into your hosting company. For us, that's hostgator.com/my-account and press enter. And if we scroll down, you can find your website and then just click on settings. And then we can scroll down and click on File Manager. So you just want to find the File Manager. Once we do that, we can see the index.html that we made from before, and we can go to our website and we can see it says coming soon. That's what we made before. But what we want to do is we want to upload all of our files from our computer so that it replaces this website. So what we would have to do, and this is kind of annoying, is we would have to look at our website and we'd have to see all of the folders in it, and we would have to create all of these folders first. So we go over here and we press new folder right here, and we call this the images, and we create new folder, and now we have the images folder. Once we have the images folder, we go in it and we press upload, and we would have to upload everything in the images folder. So we would upload these 2 images right here. And then within the images folder, there's these folders. So we would have to create these new folders and then upload all of the images within that. So you could do it manually, it just has to reflect the same structure as this. But there's also a much easier way of doing it. Let's go ahead and delete this right here. And let's go ahead and delete this index here. So we're not going to have any website for a little while. This .well-known is something that the hosting company puts on there, so we can just keep it, and that's fine. And what we're going to do is we're going to minimize this, and we're going to go into our website folder, and we're actually going to select everything and right click and press compress. This is going to compress it into one file right here. And once we have that file, we can go ahead and open this up, and let's upload this file. So we can just click, hold, and drag, or we can press select file and find our file. It's in website archive, and press open. We're uploading that file. It now says it's complete. Let's exit out of here and let's refresh this. We have this archive, and what we do is we click on it and we press extract. Then we press extract files, and it'll extract all of those files, and we can press close and then refresh. And now all of those pages and everything else are in there. We don't need this Mac OS X. It just creates that, so we can delete it and confirm. And we also no longer need this archive, so we can delete that because it already extracted, and we can confirm. And now for the moment of truth, we can go to our website and we can click on refresh, and bam, you have yourself a website that would have cost you thousands of dollars. You did it yourself. Let's check all the pages, make sure they work. And services page, everything is looking beautiful. Pricing page, super, super cool, super clean. Super nice. I'm loving it. This is looking really, really great. If you ever have any changes, you can just upload your new changes to your website. And now we can exit out of here and out of here. And let's check to see if it's responsive and works well. Looking really good. So that's how to make a website with AI, step by step, with no steps skipped. You guys learned a ton, and this probably saved you thousands and thousands of dollars. You did it yourself, and you did it right. Now we can exit out of this. We don't need this anymore. And this is a live website that the entire world can see. I hope you enjoyed this. Please remember to comment, rate, and subscribe. I'm Tyler Moore. Thank you so much.